Now live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey, good morning, everyone, friends, family, all you folks out there in the internet world. Welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I am your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center, and it's another beautiful day today, and I'm super happy to be here hanging out with you guys and sharing life and fun and music and instruments and all kinds of stuff. So for those of you who are new to the show, thank you for watching, first of all. Secondly, why am I here? What am I doing? What is this all about? Primarily, I am here to share some fantastic musical instruments with you that are available to purchase on our website right now at palinmusic.com. We have saxophones, trumpets, trombones, flutes, clarinets. We got the whole gamut of professional grade, intermediate and professional grade instruments from all of the major manufacturers, and then some cool ones maybe you've never even heard of. So stay tuned, check us out, because we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm here every morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Time, right here on our Palin Music YouTube channel. And that's weekdays, of course. I get the weekends off, you know, it's kind of nice. So yeah, that's why I'm here. That's what we do. Also, you know, just sharing some fun with you, maybe some stories, some music, quirks about me, things I like, things I'm passionate about, you know, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're gonna jump in and get to the first horn right away here. But before we do that, we need to, of course, say good morning to my good friend Jordan. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning, Greg.
How are you, my friend?
Good, how are you?
Good. Couple things before we jump into that. You know, the usual social media things that we need you to do. We need you to hit the like button, especially if you do like the show. Hit the like button. It really helps us out. Comment. Leave your comments. Leave your questions. I can see what you're saying here in the chat, and I will respond to you live on the air right now. Or you can watch this later if you're not awake yet, you know, and you don't have the time to check us out in the morning. You can hit it later, and you can still comment, and I'll still respond to you. So, but even more importantly than all of that, subscribe to our channel. The more subscribers we get, it just really helps us out to be able to provide more content, really cool stuff for you. So yeah, please do all of those things, and you know, hit the bell so you can get notified about all the new shows coming up. So yeah, that's all right. Now I got all that good stuff out of the way. And wait, man, I keep forgetting all this stuff. Let me know where you're from. If you are watching right here in Missouri, or you're in Florida or California or Minnesota or, you know, Mexico, I don't know where you are. Just my hands are flying around. I don't know what I'm doing here. Woo! Jazz hands. Okay. Anyway, I'm losing my mind this morning. All right, let's dig in, shall we? Let's get to why we're here.
Well, I actually got one thing before.
Oh, Jordan,
we start,
yes, sir.
And that's that you haven't told us about your shirt and watch yet.
Uh-oh, shirt and watch. All right, I'm going to do the watch first because it's a repeat if you've been watching the show. This is my Seiko, I'm sorry, not Seiko, Citizen. My Citizen Echo Drive with the black face and the blue trim, solar powered, you know, all that cool stuff. So that's the watch, black silicone band on there. It's a good watch, I love it. It was a gift from my wife, you all know that. All right, so that's the watch. The shirt. All right, so the story on this shirt. I rediscovered this shirt today, kind of buried in my closet. Don't know where it's been, what it's been doing, but I found it. I think I maybe set it aside thinking it didn't fit anymore or whatever. I don't know, but turns out it does still fit. And, you know, it's got all the things that I like in a shirt. It's got the cool paisley pattern. I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah. But it's got this really kind of cool stitching, kind of a contrasting color stitching. So it's out of retirement. Should I keep it in the rotation? Should I retire it officially? What do you think? This is it's called Vintage Italia circa 1958. Now, it's not actually vintage, but I guess it is Italian, and you know, it's cool. So I don't know. What do you think? Keep it? Oh, Max says keep it. All right, I guess I got to keep it. Yeah. Charlie says love the shirt. All right, we're gonna do it. It's back on. Oh, look at the cuffs there. We got a little kind of checkered pattern there on the cuff. So yeah, it's fancy. All right, so we'll keep it. There we go. All right. that's the shirt and the watch. Let's dig into some horns. Let's get some fancy gloves on. Don't want to get these all fingerprinty and stuff. Some of these horns you may have seen, some maybe not. I'm pretty sure these are new to the show. I'm trying to keep track of it. We've got so many. So, but we're going to start it out with really top of the line pro horn. I'm going to show you this case first. Really awesome, contoured, kind of a carbon fiber looking case there. If you see the brand on there, you see that Keilwerth, Julius Keilwerth. This is a German-made saxophone. We're going international today. So let's check this guy out. What do we got hiding inside this awesome looking case? Ooh, hello. Hello, lover. Let's call it that. Oh my gosh, guys. Check this out. All right, so what do we have here? We have the Keilwerth SX90R Shadow. This is their top of the line, professional grade alto saxophone, and it is a beast. I mean, it is beautiful, first of all. So what's so beautiful about it? What makes it so incredibly amazing is it is, oh gosh, look at that engraving. Oh man, all hand engraved on there. So this saxophone in particular is made out of solid German nickel silver. Okay, so what is German nickel silver? Well, it's not really silver, it's primarily nickel, but it's a particular alloy that just gives you a lot of power and punch. If you want a saxophone that's going to cut through any section that you're in, give you massive presence on stage or in your group, whatever, this is the horn for you. But not only the nickel silver body, but we have silver plating on the keys, of course. Inside the bell there, awesome silver plating. We have the black nickel plating finish. So you've got the contrasting with the silver and the black. You've got the black mother of pearl key touches. I don't know if you can see that if they translate on the screen there, but really gorgeous. And of course, I mean, the engraving just everywhere on this. Beautiful hand engraving all over the bell, the bow, the body, all up and down inside the bell. I don't know if you can see it on the lip of the bell there. But once again, everything that you want in a pro horn. It's got the classic Keilwerth adjustable palm keys. Man, you've got articulated G-sharp mechanism here. You've got, of course, the high F sharp, front F, adjustable bell key, heights, adjustable thumb hook. Woo! It's a beauty. This is the Keilwerth SX90R Shadow, and this is live on our website right now at palinmusic.com, or give me a call, 417-882-7006. Check out the neck even. I mean, the engraving on the neck, I mean, it's just beautiful. And this comes as a complete package, of course, mouthpiece and all the bells and whistles that you need to go along with it. So check this one out, guys. The Keilwerth SX90R Shadow. All right, that's horn number 1.
And she was gorgeous.
Yeah, she was. She's a pretty girl. And you can take her home today.
You could.
If you give me a call or just go online, go to our website, palinmusic.com. Check us out. We're there.
All right, Greg, I'm grabbing the second horn. And
Second horn.
while I do that,
Yes.
do you have some music to share with us
I do have
today?
some music to share. It's kind of a multi-tiered music recommendation today. First, I'm just going to show you the album cover. Yeah, we're going old school with this album. Check this out. The Manhattan Transfer. And this is the best of, 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 as you can see all the way around. The best of the Manhattan Transfer. So, who are the Manhattan Transfer, you ask? Well, they are one of the pioneers in a cappella jazz vocal perfection, really. They've been around since, I want to say the late 60s, but certainly the mid 70s. Powerhouse through the 80s and 90s. They're still at it today. Sadly, they've lost one of their original members a few years back, but still going strong with new players in the group. But if you are a fan of like groups like the Pentatonics and the Pitch Perfect movies and all, these are the guys that originated that musical style. I mean, you just really need to check them out. Along with like Take Six and New York Voices, a lot of those just vocal groups that are just amazing. So check them out. So this album in particular, there's 2 songs on here that I want to share with you. The first one is Body and Soul. So why Body and Soul, and what's kind of the multi-tiered factor of that? So Take Six, I already lost my mind there. Manhattan Transfer does a thing they call vocalese. And what they've done is they will take a song that is primarily known as an instrumental piece, and then they will add lyrics to it. In a sense, kind of like a jazz scat kind of thing, but adding lyrics to it. So they're singing the solos and the melody, but with lyrics that never existed before. But in the same, like the exact same patterns as the original instrumental artist did. So Body and Soul, the iconic Body and Soul performed by Coleman Hawkins, tenor saxophone player, legendary tenor saxophone player. I mean, if you are a saxophone player, you know this song and you've tried to emulate it, I'm sure. You've at least played it and you've experienced the genius of Coleman Hawkins and the song Body and Soul and what he did. I want to say it was in the 30s. Don't quote me on that. I'm not really up on my dates right now. But check out the Coleman Hawkins version of Body and Soul, and then listen to the Manhattan Transfer version of Body and Soul, because it just takes that song to a completely another level, and it like filters in jazz history through it in the lyrics. It's just a phenomenal piece. So I know it's on all the streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. So check it out. Body and Soul by Manhattan Transfer and the original by Coleman Hawkins. But then there's one other song on here that I want you to listen to, and it is Four Brothers. Also, legendary standard jazz tune made famous, I believe, by Woody Herman and his Thundering Herd. Massive big band, just killer sound. Powerful musicians, like top grade musicians all throughout that band. I think they're even still around, even though I know Woody's been gone for a long time, but I think his band is still performing. A lot of those legendary big band artists, their bands have continued on beyond them, still playing their music. So Four Brothers, again, it's a vocalese kind of thing where they've just taken lyrics and added them to the instrumental pieces, and man, phenomenal, outstanding, amazing, off the charts, killer great. So check them out. Manhattan Transfer, Body and Soul, Manhattan Transfer, Four Brothers. You will love it. Let me know what you think about it. I'd really like to know. I haven't really been getting anybody tell me whether they like the music. I mean, Mom tells me she loves all this music. So thanks, Mom. But yeah, check them out. That's my musical choice for the day. Ta-da.
Sweet.
Sweet. All right. And isn't this album cover just like smoking cool?
It is.
And here's on the back. There's what these guys looked like back in the 80s. Manhattan Transfer. Kind of, maybe a little dated. But, they're a lot older now. Aren't we all? All right. Hey, let's jump into another really cool instrument. This is instrument number, got my finger stuck in the wrong finger spots in my glove. This is number 2. All right, and this is one you may or may not have heard of before. I know I haven't shown it on the show before, but this is Sax Dakota. And this is an alto sax. I don't know if you can see this. Can I tilt that up there? You can see that? It's awesome, kind of traditional vintage style, kind of a tweed hard shell case. The plush interior with the blanket cover there. I'll hold that up, maybe you can see that there. Sax Dakota, super cool. But let's check this saxophone out. This is the SDA XR42. And man, what a killer horn. Look at this. Boom. Kind of a, man, I'd almost call this like a steampunk vibe they got going on here. I know they've used a lot of cues from like vintage automobiles and like the key guards and stuff on here. Sax Dakota. Little known company, they've been around for a while, but they make really killer saxophones. This one is a solid bronze body, and then they call it the black onyx finish, so it's got kind of that pearly matte finish on the body with the bright black onyx in the bell. But then it's got the beautiful hand engraving that pulls that bronze out with a beautiful contrast that you can see on there. So again, professional grade horn. We've got kind of an antiqued vintage look on the keys and the key guards. We've got the black mother of pearl, like the Kyleworth had, the black mother of pearl key touches there, or abalone as it may be. Again, everything you want, high F sharp, front F, adjustable thumb hook, adjustable everything. This is a really killer horn, guys. And then to add a little bit of flair, I'll pop this on here, they give you a bright silver plated neck on there. So it gives you a little bit of a tone difference, again, with some gorgeous engraving on there. So man, look at that. I mean, that is just a beautiful horn, guys. So that is the Sax Dakota model SDA XR42. And this is live on our website right now at palinmusic.com, or you can give me a call at 417-882-7006. Give a quick shout out to my old buddy, Pete LaPlaca. If you're watching out there, Pete, hello. He was my boss back in the LA Sax days. And then this is his newer company, Sax Dakota. Still rocking it with some great horns, great artists in his roster. So props to you, Pete. All right, so that is horn number 2. We got one more for you. Before we do that.
Yeah, before we do that. I see you got some cool stuff sitting there next to you.
Cool stuff. All right, so I do have some cool stuff. I think it's cool stuff. So what I'm going to share with you now is something that's just really near and dear to my heart. It's another movie recommendation. You know, we're talking about movies as well. It's a movie and then followed up by a book. All right. So I'm sure most of you watching this have heard of this movie, have seen this movie. I've seen it, I don't know, 1,000 million gazillion times. It's just an absolute classic. It is a cult family favorite. It is just one of the greatest movies. It's definitely in my top 10, maybe even my top 5 movies of all time. I know.
Charlie's asking if it's Elf.
Christmas movie, Elf, yes. But like all time, no. This is The Princess Bride. Yeah, I know. Some of you are going to laugh at me. Some of you got to know that this is just one of the greatest films ever. Yeah, it's a fairy tale. It is. But what makes it so great, I mean, a cast of just legendary people. You got Robin Wright on here. You got Mandy Patinkin. You got Andre the Giant. You got Wallace Shawn. You got Christopher Guest. You got Chris Sarandon. You've got just a ton of others. Cary Elwes, of course. I mean, The Man in Black. The most quoted movie in history, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty much every line in this movie is quotable. I mean, Murdered by Pirates is good. Inconceivable. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die. You guys know all of these. But it's so legendary, and anybody can watch this film. From the youngest child to the oldest adult, it fits with everyone. There's nothing, I mean, you can't say anything bad about this movie. You really can't. And if you can, I challenge you, because I will call you out on it. Inconceivable. Yes, thank you, Charlie. All right. So, The Princess Bride, I'm not going to spoil the story, but most of you already know it. It's just, there's so many, one of the greatest sword fight scenes ever filmed in movie history. I mean, it's so great. It's so great. So check out the movie, but then follow it up with the book, As You Wish. Cary Elwes wrote this book. It's the Inconceivable Tales from the Making of the Princess Bride. Tons of really great anecdotes about the movie. Tons of behind-the-scenes stuff. Great pictures. You know, there's a picture of Andre the Giant, showing you how just giant he was. You know, behind the scenes stuff. I mean, Rob Reiner, the director of this film, classic comedy. I mean, he's a legend in the industry. The book is great, has lots of great stories, and there's tons of stories out there. I mean, you can check all over YouTube and everywhere, like cast reunion on shows, and Mandy Patinkin in particular, the guy who played Inigo Montoya. To watch his like interviews and stuff about this movie and his passion for it, and his like, he gets like super emotional about it every time he talks about it. Just the honor that it was to be in this movie. Now, it was not a hit like in the theaters. In fact, I think it pretty well flopped in the theaters. But the thing is it kind of came out right at the dawn of home videos, you know, the Blockbuster and all of that. And so that's where it gained its ground, like people watching it at home on the videos, because they watch it multiple times, and then it just, check it out, guys. I mean, really, it's one of the coolest things. I love it. It's been a thing. Good buddy of mine, Debbie Anderson from college. If you're watching, Debbie, I love you. I miss you. She and I used to quote these movie lines all the time. Annoy our friends, annoy each other. You know, she's the one that introduced me to my beautiful wife, Lori. So yeah, I mean, that's it. Check it out. The Princess Bride and the book, As You Wish. You'll love it, I promise. And if you don't, tell me, because I'm going to call you out on it. We got all the lines coming up here. Max, As You Wish. Charlie, Melwidge. Yes. So yeah, thanks guys for commenting. And so that's my fun thing for the day. Let's jump into the final saxophone, shall we? Now, you've seen a similar one of these on this show already, if you've been watching, but this is a variation on a theme. In honor of my Italian shirt here, we're going to jump back to the Ramponi and Casani Italian saxophones. Check out this case. I think I've shown this one before, but look at that. A cool kind of suede leather case, contoured accessory pocket on the outside. Super cool Italian design. This is a Solista alto saxophone. Only 2 metals used in this one. What are they, you ask? We got copper and we got gold. And then there's copper. It costs more because it saves more. It's the only pipe I use. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so check this guy out. This is the Ramponi and Casani Solista alto sax. Solid copper body, and then plated in 24 karat gold plate with the matte finish on that, which gives it a longer life as far as its appearance is concerned. And then just a few copper highlights on some of the key guards up on the neck octave key, which I'll show you, key guard on the back here. Just a few just very subtle accents on there. Beautiful mother of pearl key touches. So yeah, professional grade horn. This is, they kind of position this as their classical or legit horn, but again, you can rock the world with this in any style, really. The beautiful engraving, kind of an Art Deco design there, kind of harkens back to the Kahn 10M and 6M engraving styles back there. Man, it's really kind of hard to see on the screen, but yeah, trust me, it's beautiful. We've got the olive wood, hand-carved olive wood neck plug up at the top there, ventilated to allow the horn to dry out while it's in the case. Beautiful black leather, I'm sure Italian leather pads on there, but they're black, which is just smoking cool. And then the resonators, I believe the resonators are a copper or maybe a brass, but they're definitely a metal domed resonator on there. So you're gonna get power out of this horn, guys. It's just, man, it's beautiful. This is the Solista alto sax. And this one does not have the high F sharp. See that high F sharp key is missing right there? So for these traditional players that don't need the high F sharp key because they can play without it, all the vintage horns out there that don't have that key, the guys that are used to playing those vintage horns don't need it and sometimes don't want it. So This is one of those horns that does not have the high F sharp key, so it has the options with or without high F sharp. So this is the Solista alto sax from Ramponi and Kazani, live on our website right now at palinmusic.com. And hey, I'll make you a deal. You buy an Italian saxophone from me today, and I will send you my Italian shirt to go along with it.
All right.
I'll give you the shirt off my back. That's how much I want you to buy a saxophone from me today. Man. I want to ship this to you today. So call me today, 417-882-7006, or go to our website and just hit the buy now button, palinmusic.com. You will thank me because you will love it. All right. So those are that was horn number 3. We also do 3, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, check it out. Nash, S-O-U-S, saxophones of unusual size. I love it. I don't think they exist. Got you there. All right, so that's the 3 saxophones for today, guys. That's the fun story about something I'm passionate about, the Princess Bride movie, the Manhattan Transfer music. So yeah, let's get a sip of coffee here because my throat is dry.
Yeah. And then, of course, one more thing before we leave. Greg.
Yes, my friend.
You have to share some wisdom with us.
Oh, I got to share some wisdom. All right, this is a kind of a short and sweet little quote here. This is from a gentleman by the name of Pablo Casals. He is a Spanish and Puerto Rican cellist and composer and conductor. Lived to like age 96 or something like that, still performing up until he died. But I think he passed away in like early 70s, 1973, somewhere around there. Anyway, you can check him out. I'm sure you can find his music out there. Pablo Casals. But this is what he says about music. Music is the divine way to tell beautiful, poetic things to the heart. Pretty simple, straight to the heart. Divine, music is divine. It is the divine way to tell beautiful, poetic things to the heart. Take it to your heart, folks. That's my quote for the day. That's my show for the day. We got all the stuff in there. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, we're here helping people make meaningful music. It's what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.